everybody. This is a question that I got from, actually, I probably received, I don't know how many emails from it. I don't think there was any comments on the Wednesday Night Live video, but there was a couple of questions that was emailed to me. I don't know if I'll put this on Wednesday night question or just post it maybe on Tuesday or something, because it's really a question that was asked, but I'm just kind of going to ramble on a little bit about it. Wednesday Night Live, the question was, is my Wednesday Night Live show going to replace the question and answers videos that I do on Wednesday? Because they said they really enjoyed them. They liked my little commentaries I made about them sometimes. It gives them a chuckle once in a while. Right now, no. But let me just say that if I get the support that I really need for the Wednesday Night Live show, because this show costs money. Actually, it's costing more money than actually what I thought it would. Not only, let me just explain a few things. Not only have I had to buy more equipment to put the show on, not only have I had to go around and have conversations with people to join me on the show and to kind of get the show started in the right direction. And there'll be tweaks and changes made as time goes on. But there's just been a lot of effort put into it. And not to say that the show's perfect in any way, it's not. I know it's not. And we'll work on it, getting things better as time goes on, more fluid type flow. But really for our first show, I thought things went pretty well. Things will be more uniformly constructed as time goes on. But there's just a lot of people, I think, that had an idea what the show was going to be. When I tried to educate on my channel, I don't post anything on Melody's channel. Melody doesn't post anything on my channel, and so on and so forth. So it's hard to get everybody on the same page here. The show is going to be some question and answer. Here's how I want to gear that. So those of you that watch this show get a good idea of how I'm going to do things. When Melody is giving her Spanish Springs report, she's the one in charge of what's going on in the Spanish Springs area, about anything that happens in the area up there. And she decides what to report. I don't tell her what to report at all. And she'll be the first to tell you that. So if there's anything about the Spanish Springs area that you would like to know, then please put the comments below our Wednesday Night Live, and she'll be reading them about, for the next show, or what you may want to hear about in the Spanish Springs area. Sue and Deb will be doing the Lake Sumter Landing area. I am going to do the best I can do with the Brownwood area. It's getting harder and harder because I do my regular videos 3, 4, 5 days a week. I do question and answers on Wednesday. I do the news on Friday and all this kind of stuff. I also have my Patreon page that actually I've kind of slacked up on quite a bit. I try to put some different things on there, or at least early access of videos, so they get first shot of seeing things. But there's some other things I need to do on Patreon also. And let me just say right now, if it wasn't for my Patreon members, and they know who they are, and no, I haven't mentioned their names on other channels, but I know who they are. I might mention their names. I never know who wants their name mentioned and who doesn't want their name mentioned. So just for privacy issues, I haven't said a whole lot. If they want me to, I'm more than glad to. I am proud to. Let me just say, if it wasn't for my Patreon members right now, this Wednesday Night Live show would not exist. And money-wise, because the Patreon members give me money, a monthly fee. The monthly fee is as cheap as $2 a month to be a Patreon member of my channel. And $2 a month is less than a cup of coffee. So you can see it didn't bring a lot of money. The most expensive membership in my channel is $15 a month. And those people are great. They've been with me for a long time. Every month, you know, I get paid. And if it wasn't for those people and the $10 a month people and the all of them together makes one little bit of money. And it's not a whole lot of money. It doesn't go a long way. And I have to wait months to get enough money to make a significant change. But, yeah, if it wasn't for my Patreon people, this channel would not exist. And I'm tapped out already getting this equipment. A little update on what brings Wednesday Night Live to you. One is I had to buy more equipment. Mics, the boom to put the mic on, the poppers, that's the thing that goes over the mic that keeps you from popping your peas and whatever. The other one is this new camera, different lenses. I got to be able to record this stuff in recording devices for the YouTube channel to bring it back and things like that. The music on my intro and outro, it doesn't make any difference whether you like it or not. I'm just trying to explain a little bit. The music on the intro and outro, the intro being the 5-minute head start to get people time to get set up. So when we enter the channel, you're already there. That's what that's all about. And it gives you guys time to chat on the chat line before we actually get the show started. That intro music and the outro music at the end of the thing is copyrighted music. I have to pay a monthly fee to have that music on my channel. And it's an ongoing fee. If I ever quit paying that monthly fee, then I'm copyrighted right off the get-go. So the only money I actually make on the Wednesday Night Live is whatever viewing time I get when I repost it on YouTube as a replay, so to speak. But by then, most of the viewers have probably seen what they wanted to see when they were there, and so you don't get a lot of views, which means I don't get a lot of viewing time or commercial time or anything like that. So making money on it, not so much. You know, nickels and dimes, really. That's a monthly fee I pay continually. You can't buy the copyright to that music. You pay a monthly fee. So I'm paying that every month. The other thing is the intro and outro look with the little spinny thing for the YouTube, pictures of me and Melody, the writing on there, talks about super chats, you know, are appreciated and things like that. I made that. I have to pay a monthly fee for the service to be able to do that. That's another monthly fee I'm paying to be able to make those. Because as time goes on, people might change their mind. I don't know that Melody wants to do this forever. I'm committed to it, but she may decide that she doesn't want to do it. Things happen. Somebody might get sick to the point where they just can't do it anymore. And so I'll have to find somebody else. And so I have to be able to take those pictures out, put new pictures in, maybe change things around a little bit. That's a monthly fee I'm paying. And I got to keep paying that monthly fee or I lose what I got. On top of that, the software itself that allows me to bring this show to you, the software, for those of you that don't really know what I'm talking about, I know most of you probably do, is I'm trying to explain this the best that I can. When I'm on there, and you see Melody next to me, and I bring in, say, another person, whoever it may be, and I can make the screens change. I can take a person in, take a person out. That flow of stuff right there, that's the software doing that. Once again, another monthly fee. You can't buy that software and say, well, it's a one-time fee, I'm done, I've got it forever. No. I got to continually paying this fee every month, every month, every month. Whether the channel makes any money or not, it's on my credit card. So I'm paying it every month, every month, every month. So these fees are being basically divided amongst all my Patreon members. So that's why I say if it wasn't for my Patreon members, this Wednesday Night Live thing probably wouldn't even happen. So I thank all my Patreon members for this, because if it wasn't for them, I don't know if I could do all this. That's why I put the thing about super chats are appreciated. The super chats. I hate to sound like I'm begging for money. I'm not. We're okay right now, but as time goes on, this is going to get more and more expensive. It just is. Super chats is that little $ button below the chat line on YouTube when the show is live. You can't do this after the show. It has to be done during the live show. And with that, you can take your credit card and you can send us a super sticker, or what they call a super sticker, or you can send us a super chat, and for any amount of money, really. Anything from, like, I think $1 to $1,000, I mean, whatever. Well, when you do that, then your question or your comment will come up a real bright color of some kind. Super stickers move. They'll have, it all depends on what you pick out, but it could be, say, a chicken jumping up and down saying hi or something like that. Well, when those come up, I notice them right away. You see them. You can't miss them. On my end, you can't miss it. So my suggestion is if you've got a question that you really want answered, or if you've got a comment that you really want people to see, because I can bring them up on the screen also, I would suggest throwing a super sticker our way, or a live chat, or or super chat or super sticker our way, and that way we won't miss it. Either I will see it, or guaranteed Melody will see it, and then we'll read it, whatever it is. And of course, we're going to thank you for your efforts there in supporting the channel, because that money goes a long way. And all the guests on our show, reporters I should say, Linda, Deb, and Melody, because Sue gets all mine anyway. They all get a portion of whatever super stickers or super chats are sent in, whatever the amount is. And so they all get a little bit for their time and effort. But will it replace the Q&A that I do now on video to YouTube? Right now, the answer is definitely no. My live Wednesday Night Live, WNL is what we're going to commonly refer to that as, WNL, Wednesday Night Live, is going to be the last Wednesday of each month, except for March, probably, because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in Texas for the whole month, so there'll probably be no show in March of any kind on Wednesday Night Live. That I'm not going to apologize for, because I have a right to travel and do what I want to do. And sometimes Wednesday Night Live won't be here, and sometimes Melody won't be on Wednesday Night Live. She'll be traveling, and sometimes Deb may not be here. So, but as long as I'm here, me personally, because I run this channel, as long as I'm here, there'll be some kind of a Wednesday Night Live every month. Last Wednesday of the month. I keep saying that so people will get that in their head. Last Wednesday of each month, except March. None on March. I'm gonna let you know that now. So there'll be a show and of some kind, and we'll have fun. I'm going to joke around. If we got a question or two that pops up, a Q&A, we'll do that. When Melody's talking, try your Q&As this way. It helps out. When Melody's talking about Spanish Springs, if you have a question about Spanish Springs, then pop it on there then. And then while she's giving her news report, I can pop them questions up on screen about a question of Spanish Springs. She'll see that, and then she'll answer that whenever she has time or whenever she feels like she needs to answer it. Same thing about Lake Sumter. If you have a question about Lake Sumter, when Deb and Sue is talking about Lake Sumter and giving their news report about Lake Sumter area, that's the time to pop up your question about Lake Sumter. Or for that matter, about Sue or Deb, if you got a question about either one of those two. Like, where did Deb come from? What state? That's fine. While they're talking, then I'll pop them questions up. And then same thing about Finney. You got a question about the Finney area, the new homes being built, the new shopping center down there, whatever the case may be. try doing that when Linda is giving her report, because then I'll pop that up for her to see, and then she'll answer that whenever she has time or whenever she feels necessary to answer that question. Not to say we're going to get every one of them, but I can almost guarantee you, send us a super chat, send us a super sticker, and your question will get answered. We can't miss them. I mean, like I said, they just pop right up, and we will definitely do that. Giveaways. I plan on giving stuff away on each and every show. What I give away just depends on really how much money I've got. I mean, if I've got any money left over from Patreon, depending on how much I got, it depends on what we actually go and buy to give it away to you guys. All this stuff is paid for by us. I don't have any sponsors for WNL yet. Hopefully I'll get some. I don't have anybody sending me stuff free, saying, here, give this away to somebody. I did have Phil, one of my Patreon members, did do that. He read the Inside the Bubble book and decided he didn't have any more use for it. So instead of throwing it away like most people probably would do, he gave it to me and said, here, give it away to somebody else. And I did. And I thanked Phil for that. So unless I get a sponsor or something that wants to send me stuff to give away to you guys, I have to buy stuff. And so I try to buy stuff that's kind of villages stuff that pertains to the villages in some way, or at least Florida in some way. And then we send you that there. So we'll do the best we can do with what we got. That's really what it boils down to. And with that being said, beer of the day, believe this or not, is Yuengling Light Lager. My neighbor gave me a couple of bottles. I forget why. I done something. I did a favor for him. Anyway, she brought me over a couple of bottles as a thank you. I appreciate it. Don't have to give me anything. You're a neighbor. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And so I'm drinking it. And I got to tell you, I'm not a big light beer fan. I drank this before, and I said then, and I'll say it again, that for a light beer, this is the best tasting light beer that I've ever had. And it's the same as any of the rest of them, 99 calories per bottle, right? Per bottle? It's, wait a minute, 99 calories, 8.5 carbs per 12 fluid ounces. And I assume this is a 12-ounce bottle. That's all I can assume. I don't see it marked anywhere. But anyway, and it's brewed by America's oldest brewery, Yuengling. It's not Budweiser, it's Yuengling. And it's not bad. It comes the closest to tasting like what I'll call the real beer. If you take a regular Yuengling lager, you have to compare apples to apples. A regular Yuengling lager and compare it to the Yuengling Light Lager, this comes the closest to tasting like the real Yuengling. Bud Light does not taste like real Budweiser. I've had both. It don't even come. Budweiser, I can do with or without it, but the Bud Light, it doesn't taste like Budweiser. Miller Lite doesn't come close to tasting like real Miller, in my opinion. This comes real close to tasting like real Yuengling. So if you like Yuengling lager beer, and you'd like to maybe go with a light beer, maybe trying to drop a couple of pounds or something, give it a shot. It's not bad, I'm telling you. I wouldn't tell you that if I didn't mean it. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I hope I explained a little bit about Wednesday Night Live and what's the future of it. If we get enough support, we get enough people watching, we make a buck or two, so it makes it worth my fellow reporters' time, then we might do it every Wednesday, every week. And if I do that, then the question and answers that I do on Wednesday now that are video, those will come to a complete crawl. Maybe once in a great while if something important happens, but it won't be an every Wednesday thing. The show will take over that Wednesday. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I want to say thank you for subscribing, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.